When I come to this park, I have just a well of emotions.
Les Robinson is 66 years old, but until 4 years ago, he had no idea who he really was.
Ran this trail thousands of times, past that building thousands of times. Never once have knowing or thought that my DNA was in that building.
That building is St. Andrew's African Methodist Episcopal Church. It was the first black church on the Pacific Coast and was started by Les Robinson's great-great-great-grandfather, Daniel Blue.
Feel the legacy. I feel the power of this building, knowing what happened in this assembly.
Born a slave in Kentucky in 1797, Daniel Blue won his freedom and in 1849 came to Sacramento during the gold rush. He made a small fortune and was instrumental in orchestrating California's first state convention for colored citizens, and also known for freeing California's last known slave.
When you found out precisely how special he was, how did that change you?
It gave me new purpose. I must tell this story. I must tell this story.
That story has grown murkier with time. Blue amassed property and more than 60 acres of land. But at the site of Blue's former home is now this museum. On other land he owned sits now the county jail, the courthouse, the Amtrak station, and the Sacramento rail yard.
I've heard and pieced together articles and pieces that he owned from here all the way to the river.
But there's no definitive record of how that property changed hands. Significant, given California's move toward reparations.
Welcome to the AB 3121 Task Force to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans.
Dr. Cheryl Grills is on the Reparations Task Force.
In the simplest of terms, what's the goal of the task force?
We're charged with summarizing discrimination against African Americans in the legal, private, and public sectors.
Along with that, figuring out various forms of restitution.
Who should be eligible for these reparations?
Particularly for any monetary compensation, we all agree that the direct descendant population should have some special consideration.
How do you go about righting the wrongs of hundreds of years with a check?
You don't, and that's why we don't think a check is a sufficient, solution. The check is just one piece of a much larger picture.
There's already precedent in California for reparations. In 2021, the city of Manhattan Beach returned Bruce's Beach to the Bruce family, land taken from them nearly 100 years ago. Now, the family is selling that plot back to LA County for nearly $20 million. Still, the idea of reparations is a sensitive and tricky subject. Joel Kotkin thinks they may work on an individual basis, but not overall.
It's never going to happen. You're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. I don't know where they're going to come from. Instead of discussing these issues by race, I would much rather discuss them by class.
He also feels that in California, African Americans may not be in the front of the line.
Mexicans and Asians in this state, and for sure Native Americans, can make a very equally strong case.
As for Les and his family, reparations are critical, but more important, honoring the memory of Daniel Blue.
I want to continue his legacy, a legacy of healing, a legacy of love, a legacy of uniting people in all facets of life.
And Les there, by the way, is actually working on a book right now to tell Daniel Blue's story. And that Reparations Task Force in California, they're going to be presenting their final report to the state legislature at the end of June and then to the governor. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. All right, thanks, Craig.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.